Hey there, Jerry Eisenhower here, CVC Coaching. You know, I've been training people for almost 35 years since I presented my first training back in the early 80s. And I wanted to share a couple ideas with you because it's how to effectively use online training in your business. Now, we're producing online training, and there's other good sources for online training out there. I'm not going to beat them up. It's not the principle here. What the principle is for how you make the most effective use of online training in your company. Now, to do this, first of all, you have to understand you have to involve yourself with your people, or someone in your company does. Now, I'm basing my training principles on the things I've learned in my own career and also in going through the certified training I have to be a certified trainer under John Maxwell and a certified trainer under Jeffrey Gitomer. And I've also learned from other great trainers in my career, people like Larry Winget, Randy Pennington, Scott McCain, and the list goes on. Now, what I want you to do, no matter which source you're using for your online content, I want you to understand there's more than just telling someone, turn on a computer and watch this class. It's going to be just like sending someone to the movies and say, hey, watch the movie. So here's the question. Of the movie, maybe they got a couple points of it, but did they get the whole movie? When you're doing training, you want your people to be able to get the full content and get it into their minds. And to do that, it's going to take some work on your part. Again, no matter which system you use, you got to move up to being the level of an in-house trainer for your company. Now, what this will involve is going through training, and it may be a lengthy training. Like some of the trainings we have online right now are as long as 16 hours. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If you set your people for 2 days solid in front of a 16-hour recorded training, it's probably not going to give you the results that you're looking for. What you've got to do is break this training down. Watch this training with your people. You're using the training that we're producing for the content. And developing content is a real hard part of training. Well, guess what? We've developed the content for you. It's now available in an online recorded format. So what you're doing is you're watching with your people and you get to what we call a teaching point. And every instructor has teaching points. That's the scattered concepts throughout the seminar. Now, we're going to talk about things to lead up to that teaching point. But what we're going to do is, this is where you've got to be listening as that on-site trainer. So when that teaching point is made, maybe it's in 5 to 10 minute segments. You're going to stop the film, stop the tape, and now you've got to interact with your people. See, that's the difference. You've got to be able to ask the questions of the people that are sitting in the class. Well, hey, Joe, we just talked about building a relationship with the customer. So Joe, here's what I need to know. How are you going to use that with our customers? And see, what this is going to enable you to do is it's going to enable you to interact with the students, reinforce the teaching points, and by doing this, you're going to take your people to what I call a whole new level. You see, part of the success in 2018 and going forward is going to be able to teach people who do not possess anymore the basic skills, the basic mechanical skills, and they don't understand what we're doing. You've got to now step up to a higher level, and you've got to work with them to develop. You have to think like your students are thinking. You see, what you're thinking and what they're thinking may be two different things. So what you've got to do as the on-site in-house trainer, and we firmly believe that successful companies in the blue-collar industries going forward are going to have an in-house trainer. And in-house training is going to need to go on continuously. You've got to be looking at things. If you're not doing ride-along training with your people, someone's got to start doing this. What's going to happen is, if you're not doing the ongoing, continuous training, your people are going to get into habits. And I'm going to tell you something from, like I said, a lot of years of training. goes back to the early 80s. It is easier to train than it is to retrain. It is the most difficult thing in the world to retrain, because when you're retraining, you are having to break bad habits. I've shared with people many times, teaching a certification class to take a certification test. It's easier to teach someone new than it is an experienced person. Why? Because the experienced person has in their minds the way they've been doing it. And when the test comes along and the test is asking a question by the book, their automatic answer goes to how they've been doing it. So you've got to learn the basics of the different learning styles. You've also got to learn the generational styles that are going on, the generational speak that's going on. You've got to learn to connect with your people. And if you don't make this connection, your training is going to be a failure. No matter who is supplying your online content, unless you make this connection with your people, unless you reinforce it, unless you're interacting with your people, what's going to happen is you're going to get bad results. And our desire here at CVC Coaching is you get excellent results. What we're trying to do with our educational outreach program is to provide you the best content we can. But it's only going to go so far. And that's for any online. You have to involve yourself as that in-house trainer for your people. You've got to help us take the content that we're producing and take it to a higher level. And that's only going to happen if someone in your company is involved within this training system. Again, my name's Jerry Eisenhower. If you want to know more about how to train your people, if you want to become this in-house trainer, which is going to be one of the biggest things that you can do in 2018 to move your people to this higher level, to go get what I call your business dreams, then stay with us and watch, because we've got training coming out this month. We're going to be teaching you, and we have a class coming. We're going to teach you how to be a trainer. What we're going to do is share with you the methods that our people at CVC have learned, not just myself, but other people on my staff, the other things that we've learned from the training we've went to and have undergone and been certified under by the greats in the training industry, people such as John Maxwell, Jeffrey Gitomer, the Ziegler Corporation. Our intent is to build the content, but then for you to take it a little higher. That's what it's all about. And you can use my methods, our methods, with any content that you've got. Learn to be a super trainer. And what you're going to do by learning to be a super trainer, you're going to become a super leader, and your people are going to become a team of rock stars. That's my message to you today. My name's Jerry Eisenhower. If I can help you, I'm waiting to hear from you at any time. Be glad to set a call up and we can discuss how we can help you reach that level you've been reaching. In 2018, the time for you to reach those business dreams that you've been having, it's time to take action, and we're here to help you take that action and move forward. Thanks for joining me, and I hope this has been beneficial to you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you at any time.